We are right in the middle of a minor kitchen facelift, and homeowners Jen and Jason have already removed all of the countertops and all of the door fronts and drawer fronts, and Alan's done a few modifications here and there. Now it's time for the paint job. Alan, a lot of homeowners try this themselves. Some jobs are a little harder than others. This is going to be a pretty tough one.
I got to tell you, I'm just glad it's them and not us.
Oh, isn't that the
There's an
truth?
awful lot of work to be done here before a paintbrush can ever be picked up. For one thing, we've got to get all the gloss off the cabinets. We're going to use a liquid sandpaper for that. But the first thing we've got to do is we've got to fill all these screw holes, some little imperfections. Jason, you and I are going to tackle that, and I'm just going to start you out on it. Let me show you my favorite way of taking care of that. I like to use automotive body filler because it dries quickly and doesn't shrink much. Now this is a two-part system, so you add a small amount of cream hardener to the putty and mix it all together. Once they're combined, the clock starts ticking, so you have to work fast. You have to press it firmly into the holes, but be sure to remove as much excess as you can while it's wet, because otherwise you'll have a lot more sanding to do later. Once I let Jason take over, he picks it up pretty quickly and continues filling the old hinge holes, while Jen begins prepping the painted surfaces with liquid sandpaper. Meanwhile, I'm adding that extra style to the sink front and cleaning up the mess I made when cutting off the valance. Before long, Jason begins applying primer to the cabinets. He's using a sprayer to speed this up before he moves outside to set up a spray booth in the storage shed. Here he'll use a yellow tinted primer on the new doors because they're planning a distressed look for the cabinets after the finish coat goes on. Back inside, the primer is dry and Jen and her father-in-law begin applying the dark top coat. They're using foam rollers to minimize any texture on the cabinet boxes. Outside, Jason's spraying the same dark color on the doors. And finally, the walls and the inside of the cabinets get a coat of the yellow color that Jason used earlier.